Ignite is an ongoing series of speedy presentations. Each speaker gets only 5 minutes and 20 slides that auto-advance every 15 seconds.
Now, why should I be talking about math of all the things today? Well, like most of you, I suffered through math most of my life, and this is my story about how it made me change the way children learn. Math devil did sabotage my frolicky childhood. It would hound me unrelentingly till one fine day in senior school, I decided to royally dump it. I went on to become an able biotechnologist. Life was all about these twisted strands of DNA, but I discovered one can never escape math. And my most challenging moment came when I became a mother and my son discovered, well, numbers. I decided I needed to do something quick, and help came from unexpected quarters. One day I accidentally stumbled upon a masterpiece by Kelly Ellsworth. That day we sat down and learned counting. We did make our own patterns of odd numbers and even numbers. And that day I realized that my math art adventure had begun. What followed was an inspiration from a lot of artists and their artwork, like Henry Matisse. He introduced us to the fun of geometry, cutting colorful shapes and making lovely collages out of it. Pete Mondrian has been an inspiration for many fashion houses, but I decided I'm not going to wear him. But I used him to teach my child quadrilaterals, area, perimeter, and proportions. Robert Belloni, another artist who's so famous for making these wonderful, colorful discs. He introduced us to the lovely world of circles, semicircles, and of course, symmetry. What followed was the great Picasso in his Cubism era. Now, this resource is so helpful in manipulating straight lines in making 3D shapes and putting them on different planes. We also experimented with wrought of Rangoli, but on graph paper. I would give him the coordinates and he would plot them and unravel the patterns behind it. And then we would sit down to color it. Another artist called M.C. Escher, very, very mathematical artist, making beautiful tessellations. We did make a lot of regular shape tessellations and also very irregular pattern tessellations. In the process, we learned why shapes tessellate and some don't. Fibonacci numbers famously made popular by Dan Brown. It's the ratio between them called the golden ratio has been used in centuries by artists and craftsmen. It's supposed to be aesthetically beautiful. Angelina Jolie is beautiful as per mathematicians, and I am not. But I refuse to believe them. I mean, I don't see any difference between the both of us, except for a certain Mr. Brad Pitt. We went on to another medium of paper math and paper folding. Constructing and deconstructing paper manipulators and experiencing it hands-on makes children learn in a more effective way. The shape and patterns and forms that they create stay with them for life, and they apply the mathematical concepts learned to them. It is a wonderful resource to add an exciting dimension to math learning of lines and shapes and fractions and proportions. My son now is almost 11 years old and he's just stepped into middle school. And I can proudly say that he's on the road of becoming a math genius. I have been triumphed over the math devil. With my experience, I did realize a child needs to love the subject to learn it more effectively. By using different mediums to teach them a particular subject, we ensure that they learn for life. My initiative called Thinker Minds began with that purpose. I use various mediums of stories, paper, art, and handmade toys to make children learn very complex subjects and concepts of math and science. It's such an amazing experience when children make their own toys and the pride that they show and play with it. So we are learning the smart way. Are you? Thank you so much.